Welcome, Namaste. Thank you all for being today in class, practicing together. Today we start sitting on our comfortable seat, and instead of letting the palms rest on our laps, we are going to start by joining the palms together and bringing them in front of the heart. And take just a moment as you sit tall, finding your center, letting the elbows drop towards your legs, inviting the shoulders to roll back, down, and the shoulder blades to slide down your back. We create a lift from the bottom up, and we invite the back of the skull to float up towards the skies as we soften the whole organ of the skin. So take a quick scan from top to bottom and let your coverings, your skin, melt through the face, the jawline, the neck, the skin around your shoulders, the chest, down to the pelvis, the legs, and the feet. This week, we are revisiting the concept of Ahimsa, non-violence, non-harming, non-hurting, mainly looking at the other side of the coin, loving kindness and compassion. And it mainly comes down to moving towards our heart, moving towards our center, and recognizing that place at the center that it's abundant with loving kindness. That place that it's like our North Star, the place we can always turn towards when we catch ourselves being perhaps aggressive with our thoughts, with our words or actions. And that aggression can be instilled in our habits, right? It may be historic in our lives, and sometimes we don't even catch it. So, as we usually try to do through our yoga practice, we bring an intention, and that intention is rooted in that capacity we all came with from the very beginning when we were born, the ability to connect with kindness, with love and compassion, even when we are challenged. And those are perhaps the most, challenging times, right? To tap into that center, into that place. But all beings, absolutely all beings, we came to the world with the capacity to love, to be compassionate, to care, and to be rooted in loving kindness. So today, as we enter, we find that intention rooted in that place, and we commit to that intention with our breath, with our thoughts, with our movement, and we keep coming back to it at all times. Visualize yourself moving through the practice today, embodying who you are at your core. And if you choose to join me, we'll open with the Om sound. One time, inhaling deeply through the nose, a big exhale through the mouth, then breathing in again. Then we connect head, hands, and heart, the three at the center, the mind coming towards our sacred center, the body joining, then releasing the palms, lifting the head, and opening the eyes. Welcome everyone. Let's move on to the mat if you're not there. Today we are starting by coming to the top of the mat and standing in Tadasana. So find your standing position, either feet together or a little wider apart if you need. Look at your feet, try to spread the toes, and to be rooted in loving kindness, we want to start from our foundation, right? So make sure that you feel connected, that you draw that energy, and you can open up from there, always coming back to our heart. And the more we open the heart, even in hard moments, the more we can connect to that place. Let's inhale, opening that heart center, bringing the palms up, opening the chest. Exhaling, opening the chest also, we fold over the legs. Inhaling, lengthening through the sternum, we open up again. Exhale and fold, always bending the knees if you need. Root yourself to rise up. Inhale. And with the exhale, we come back to the center. And we start again. Inhaling, arms up, overhead, opening that heart. Exhaling, we fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling halfway, draw the belly up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, find that length, opening up the heart center, toning through the hips. And exhaling back to center. Good. One last one, and we start moving more. Inhaling, arms up overhead, opening that heart. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhaling, lengthen the sides, shoulder blades down your back. And with this exhale, we'll walk ourselves back to take our first downward facing dog today. So find the position that you need for your feet. Check your hands. Spin your fingertips towards the sides of your mat, making sure that the base of your fingers are connected to your mat. Grip through the fingertips, push your mat away. And if you need to wiggle a little bit from side to side or pedal the feet as we usually do when we start the practice, please do so. Good. Feel your foundation. Draw the energy up, slowly awakening the body or activating more and more. Draw the abdomen gently up, relaxing neck, head, and pushing the mat away. If you are still pedaling your feet, make sure that you find a moment when you can still yourself and be in your breath and notice sensations in your body, okay? So we are always trying to scan, and we return to that place that is peaceful through our practice, through our shapes, also in our breath, okay? Let's bring the feet a little closer to one another if they were a little wider, so they are hip distance apart. And we are going to slowly inhale and take the plank pose. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. And again, slowly rolling to oil our shoulder joints into the plank pose, pushing through the heels. Exhale to downward facing dog. One more like that. Inhaling, slowly moving into the plank, pushing through the heels, inner thighs lifting up. Draw the navel towards your nose. Back to downward facing dog we go. Good. Let's go from here. We inhale the right leg up and back. Send the inner right thigh up towards the skies, firming the hips, drawing the belly up. Bring your right foot forward and your left knee down. We'll just inhale here, opening the heart, sending the shoulders down. And then with the exhale, we go back downward facing dog. Second side, we inhale the left leg up and back. Firm the hips, inner left thigh goes up, push the mat away. Left foot forward, right knee comes down. Inhale, open up through the chest. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we inhale into plank. Bring your knees first down for this one, chest and chin. Stay there. One inhalation, send the sitting bones up. Exhale, slide onto your mat. Roll the shoulders back. Inhaling cobra pose, pressing through the tops of the feet. Exhale, tucking the toes. Up we go, downward facing dog. Good. Let's go with the right foot again. Right leg. Inhale, right leg up and back. Right foot forward, left knee comes down. Good. From here, this time we are going to inhale, arms up overhead. And then exhale, bend the elbows to the cactus shape. We create that opening through the chest, drawing the navel up towards the nose. Feel that opening, firming through the hips. Good, and then bring the left arm on top of the right one, eagle arms. Bring the elbows parallel to the floor. If this shape is uncomfortable, bring your hands on top of your shoulders. Draw the abdomen up, firm the hips. Inhale here. Exhale. Good, inhaling, arms up, we touch. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Second side, inhaling, left leg up and back. Left foot forward, right knee comes down. We inhale, we lift arms, opening the sides, lifting, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, opening the chest, cactus arms. Good, then bring the right arm over the left, eagle arms. Firm the hips, draw the sacrum down as much as possible. Then we inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale to plank. Choose if you want to use your knees or come all the way down. Open the fingertips to the sides, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, cobra pose. Pubic bone touches down. Inner thighs lift, spread the toes. Stay here, roll the shoulders back, lift through the sternum. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Up we go, downward facing dog. One big inhale through the nose. You can exhale big through the mouth. And here we go again. Inhaling, right leg goes up and back. Right foot comes forward. Good, this time we are going to stay with the left knee off the mat, firm the hips into one another. And I'm going to take my right arm inside the right foot and walk myself over to the left. Okay, now what I want you to do is to try not to drop the hips low, keep them where they are, you see? So then we go more into the hip flexors instead of stretching the legs, okay? So I'm staying tall and I'm walking, I don't have a lot of space here, but I'm walking all the way to the left and then I'm pushing the floor away and breathing in and out here, pushing through the left heel. Good, then slowly coming back towards the center, I'm going to walk my right foot towards the midline of my mat. So I'm just sliding it towards the center. Once I get there, I'm going to open up that right foot and leg like a book. And I'm going to open up my hands so they are right off my mat. And I'm coming towards what we call a super pigeon. So this one is very good to open the hips, okay? So as you can see, I'm not dropping my body down, okay? So my hips stay high and I'm just opening that right leg. I'm on the outer edge of my right foot. Lengthen through the heart. In challenging times when we don't know where to look towards, we turn towards Ahimsa. One more breath. Good. Bring that right foot in, put your hands down, back to downward facing dog. Second side, left leg goes up and back. Left foot comes forward. I'm keeping my right knee off the mat. This side will be easier to see. I'm bringing my left hand, left arm inside the left leg, and I'm walking myself outside my mat. I'm trying to not drop my legs and my hips. I'm keeping them a little higher as it was before. I'm pushing the floor away, pressing through my right heel, and trying to get a little deeper into my left groin or hip flexor, okay? Breathing in and out. Notice sensations here. If you are feeling pain, that is perhaps a note to tell you that you're not practicing loving kindness. You should not feel pain, okay? Then slowly coming back towards the center, I'm going to widen my feet right off my mat, touching with my fingertips, and then I'm walking my left foot towards the midline of my mat so it's at the center, and I let it drop out to the left. Without dropping the hips, I keep them high, lengthen through the heart. Inhale, exhale. One more time, draw the navel towards your nose. Good, then we press that left foot back into the mat, hands in, back up we go, downward facing dog. Inhaling plank, exhale lower. Inhaling cobra pose, open up through the chest, exhale. Let's go up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, let it go. One more, feel your foundation and return to your breath. A reminder that resting is there for you 100% of the time, okay? Inhaling, right leg goes up and back. Right foot comes forward. This time I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs, planting through the feet, the parts that are touching down, and we come up into high lunge. Good, we inhale, opening to the sides and bringing the palms together. Good, and from here, toning through the hips, drawing the belly up, bring the left elbow to the right, and we twist. Press the palms into one another, firm the hips in, trying to lift that belly button up to the skies. An opportunity to always turn towards non-violence. Even when someone who has done wrong, perhaps, is relating to us, can we approach that with compassion, recognizing that place of loving kindness and of suffering that we all touch in our lives. Back to center, we inhale. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling. Going up. And back to down dog. Second side, inhale. Exhale. Tone the legs, firm your feet, squeeze your inner thighs. When you're ready, we come up, inhale. Exhale, arms out, bring the palms together, firm through the hips, and we take that right elbow over to the left. Squeeze through the inner thighs, draw the right side of your lower belly up towards the skies as you push the palms into one another. You can choose to gaze down like I'm showing, or go up. Try and send the left elbow back. Tone through the back leg, pushing through the heel. One more breath. Back to center we go, inhaling. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Big breath in again. Exhale. One more. Remember, you can rest whenever needed. Let's go again. Inhaling, right leg up and back. Right foot comes forward. Tone through the inner legs. Firm the hips. We go back up. Exhaling, bring the palms towards the heart. Good, and from here, we'll move into warrior 3. Firming the hips and sending the arms back. Lengthen through the front spine. Try to keep the left hip facing down. You can always use your blocks. And in times of challenge, we always follow the North Star. And we return to our breath. Slowly bringing the hands down, we'll take standing splits, sending the left inner thigh up, drawing the belly in. Add your blocks if you need them, close to your right foot. Relax the neck. Good, and today I'm going to add an extra challenge, okay? So, bring the left hand a little closer to your right foot. Bend the left knee if you want to play with me, and see if with your right hand you can go and catch that foot. It's a little bit of a challenge. And then you push the foot into the hand and you just try to bring that heel towards your sitting bone, okay? Relaxing the torso down. You can bend the front knee if you need, sending the sacrum in. One more breath. Then slowly release the leg. We go back down. Squeeze through the inner thighs. We lift up, high lunge. Firm the hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhaling to cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathing in and out, catching your breath. Good, let's go to the second side. Left leg goes up and back. Left foot comes forward. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Draw the navel towards the nose. When you're ready, we go up. Inhale. Exhale, arms to the sides, hands to the heart. Tone through the inner legs. Good. And then from here, we'll take the balance, slowly coming into warrior 3. Sending the arms back today, playing with balancing, and always following loving kindness. And in moments when we are challenged like this, or upset, coming down, it's a good opportunity also to return to that place of compassion to ourselves. Relax the head and the neck. Maybe this is the place to be today. Good. And then we play with bringing the right hand a little closer, perhaps, bending that right knee, and with the left hand going up, maybe finding that foot, pushing the foot into the hand, and dropping the trunk over that left leg. Sacrum in. Bring that heel over towards the sitting bone. Then we slowly release, touch down. Good, squeeze through the inner legs. We go back up, high lunge. even when we are challenged, if we are open to being vulnerable and we let ourselves stay open, even when we want to close, we move closer and closer to our own wisdom. Let's go to downward facing dog. Option here to take your vinyasa, coming to plank. Lower, you can always stay in down dog or take the child's pose. Back up we go. Good, we'll stay here for a few breaths. If you prefer to do this in child's pose, bring your knees down and rest here. Good, let's take a few breaths, checking in. A few more in there. Remember, when in doubt, we always turn to Ahimsa, remembering your intention. And sometimes when we have to make a decision and we are really mind-boggled or troubled, one very good way to move towards our answer is to move towards that place of loving kindness and non-harming. And perhaps as we move towards that place, we can find the right answer or the way to respond to what's going on. And with that, we find a place that feels peaceful. Good, going back to downward facing dog from there. Good. And if you are already in your downward facing dog, walk back towards your feet. Draw the lower belly up, relax your trunk over the legs in Uttanasana. If you need to bend the knees, please do. Then put your hands on your hips or waist, roll the shoulders back, elbows up, press through the heels, lengthen the spine, and we come all the way up. Beautiful. We are at the back of the mat. Stay there. I'm just moving so you can see me a little better. And from here, keeping the shoulders down, I'm going to put my right hand, like you can see it, behind my lower back. So it's pressing into my lumbars and actually taking them more down towards the earth. Pressing firmly through the feet, lifting the inner arches. I'm going to inhale the left arm up and go a little further back. Sacrum long, inner thigh super active. We work on staying open, even when it's hard and we want to close in. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhaling, come back. And exhale. Bring the palms together in front of you. Remember your intention. And then we switch sides. Left hand behind the lower back. And I'm going to press down. So I remind my lumbars to move down, pressing the glutes towards the front of the pelvis. Let's go. When you're ready, inhaling, tone those legs. Exhale, opening up. Try to bring the left elbow in towards the midline of your body and draw the belly up. You don't need to go super far. Listen to your body. Part of the practice of non-harming. Then we inhale, we come back. Exhale, release, bring the palms to the center. Notice and release. Beautiful. We keep working a little bit here, pressing into the left foot. We are going to bend the right knee, bring both hands behind to catch the foot. Press through the center of your left heel. Try to keep your pelvis neutral, okay? So many times it's very easy, the body will try to arch in the lower back so you feel like you can come closer, but you see I'm exaggerating how my pelvis is completely misplaced. So I want to keep my pelvis neutral, sending the sacrum down, drawing the belly up. And it doesn't matter if my knee is not extremely straight going down, but I'm trying to lengthen my quad down towards the earth. And I'm going to try also to bring my elbows towards one another. Inhale here. Exhale. Don't put your right foot down. Bring your right knee up, catch it with your hands, and either keeping the left hand holding your right knee, or if you have the ability to catch the foot, you catch the foot and press the foot into the hand, if not the knee. And with the pushing of the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand or knee, we can come into, whoops, the twist, maybe. And this is part of life, right? Sometimes we fall off balance and we play on how to come back. Lengthening through the sacrum, lifting the belly. Good, then slowly release. Let it go, shake it a little. Hands to the center, take a deep inhalation. Exhale. I know you are all at the end of the mat, so from there we are going to inhale, arms up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, lifting half. And exhaling, we go to downward facing dog. Good. From there, we inhale to plank. Lower chaturanga or the knees, chest, and chin. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to put my hands out again. Roll the shoulders, lifting into the cobra pose. Glutes are active. We are staying here for a little longer, so we make it a little deeper. Draw the navel up to the nose. Squeeze those glutes, sacrum in. One more breath, opening the heart. Exhale, release. Back up we go, downward facing dog. And then we walk ourselves back so we can come to the second side. Draw the lower belly in, drop the torso, feel the feet firm. Hands to hips, roll the shoulders back, draw the belly up, press through the heels to root, and then rise up. Exhale, release. Bring the hands to the heart. Good, let's go again. I'm moving again so you can see me one more time. This time I'm going to switch. Good, now we start the same sequence. So I'm going to start with my left hand, behind my lower back. I'm pressing down, and then I'm going to inhale and lift and find that opening in the chest. Left elbow moving towards the center or midline in my body. Draw the navel up, sacrum long. We come up. Exhale, hands to heart, inhale. Exhale, release, right hand in the lower back, pressing down through the lumbars, inhale. And we go up and over, sending the sacrum down and the elbow, right elbow in. Draw that navel up, 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 pressing through the heels, firming the hips. Inhaling, we come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale. Good, second side. Now we are going to press into the right foot. We are going to bend the left knee and catch that foot behind, trying to bring that heel towards the sitting bone. And I'm going to try and keep my pelvis neutral. Draw the navel up like you're zipping a sweater or a hoodie, and the sacrum is moving down, okay? So keep pushing the heel to gently come in towards you. Open up through the chest and see if you can bring the elbows towards one another. One more breath. Good, then we release without touching the foot down. We bring the knee in front. You can always use support if you need it. Good, okay, with the right hand, I'm going to hold the left knee. I'm showing this version in case. Lift up through the spine, and then we open over to the twist. If you have the ability to catch the foot and go further, you can do that. Draw the belly up, lower belly from right to left, chest to the left. Stay in your breath. One more. Good, then we slowly come back and release, shake it a little. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale to center and release. Good, stay there standing. I'm just moving so I have a little extra space. We're going to add one more here. I'm going to start on my left foot again, like we did in the very beginning of the sequence. I'm pressing down through the left foot. I'm going to bend my right knee again and send it back. This time, I'm going to use my right hand inside the right foot, if you can. And the left hand will come into the hip. I'm trying to bring that foot in and not try to let the right knee go out to the side. That will make you fall out of balance. So bring that knee in, and then you start pushing the foot into the hand and keeping the navel moving into the body. I'm going to start leaning over. You can keep the hand, left hand onto your hip or extend if you want a little more. Keep the inner knee on your right side moving in, spreading the toes. Falling out of balance is normal. And then slowly return, release, and shake it a little. Beautiful, let's go into the second side, pressing onto the right foot, lift through the inner arch. In this one, I'm going to show a little less because it's the side that I have a little injury in my ankle, so I may not be so stable here, okay? So from here now, I'm going to bend the left knee. I'm going to send that left foot back, left hand inside the foot, and I'm rolling that shoulder back, shoulder blade down, spread through the right toes, and the right hand stays in the right hip. Firm the hips in, draw the belly up, push the foot into the hand, and slowly we lean forward, sacrum in, keep that left knee moving into the midline of your body, and maybe you send your right arm forward, maybe not, okay? Breathing in and out, you can always use your wall or dresser. One more breath. Good, and then from there, slowly release, shake it a little. I remember we were at the back of the mat, inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, we fold into Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Good, and exhale, walk yourself into downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Let it go through the mouth. Good. Inhaling, plank. Exhaling, we come all the way down. We are going to stay here for a moment, extending through the legs. Good. Bring your hands. Actually, I want you to bring your hands a little lower than the usual. Like when we do the cobra, they are usually next to the breastbones. Let's bring the hands a little lower. That will make the posture a little deeper. Extend through the legs, press through the tops of your feet, roll those shoulders back, push the mat and lift. Good, try to lift a little higher, keeping the pubic bone down. Glutes are super active, sacrum in. One more breath. Exhale, release. Good. Bring your hands under the forehead and rest here, shaking a little bit through the hips. Take a few breaths. We find that peaceful place, always remembering our intention, rooted in loving kindness, in compassion, in the opportunity to recognize all beings as one. We may look different, we may come from different cultures, But at the very core, we all want to feel loved, understood, and supported. So we connect from that place, from that center of compassion, and we try to practice, even in the hardest of situations, to come from that place. In our thoughts, in our words, and actions. Let's bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes. Let's go back up, downward facing dog. We are going to inhale the right leg up and back and bring the right knee right behind your right wrist. So we come towards the pigeon, but this one will be a little bit modified. So I'm not going to sit all the way back. I'm going to stay a little higher. I'm extending through the back leg. Good. And I'm going to keep my right hand close to my right thigh, drawing the navel up. Good. Check your back leg. Try to keep it in line with your hip. So hip, knee, heel, same line. And then if possible, you're going to bend that left knee, and with your left hand from the inside, you're going to try and come and bring that foot in. Good. Use your right hand. It can be on top of your right thigh. You see how my hips are not touching down, right? I'm trying to lift through the front, lengthen through the sacrum. And if the left elbow is able to hook your foot, you can do that. You don't have to, okay? Inhale, firm the hips into one another. This is a huge stretch for the quads. Perhaps right arm goes up and behind. Then slowly release. Slowly let that left leg come down. Inhale here. Firm the hips into one another. Draw the navel up and fold over. Maybe you put your forearms down. Now lengthen through the front of your spine. If there's a lot of rounding here, that prevents the stretch from happening, okay? So if you need to add more height, put blocks, or just stay on your hands, okay? 2 more breaths. Good. Then from here, instead of going straight up, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to lean over to the right so I can sit on the right sitting bone. And I'm going to cross the left leg over so I'm sitting tall. We are transforming this, okay? Then the left hand goes behind me. And I'm trying to make sure that my sitting bones are as equally grounded as I can. Then I'm going to inhale, right arm out. And with the exhale, I'm going to hold that left knee in, drawing navel up and twisting over to the left. Inhale here. Exhale. Don't tense the neck. Scan your body. Notice if you're holding or gripping. Invite the skin to soften and the foundation to drop and expand more into your support. One more breath. Then we slowly return. We're going to send that left leg back again, and we go back up, downward facing dog. Good. Option here to take the vinyasa if you want it. Plank pose. Lower. Going up. Exhale. Back up we go. Downward facing dog. Second side. Left leg goes up and back. Left knee behind the left wrist, coming towards the pigeon. This one is a little bit modified. I'm not going all the way down. I'm extending through that right leg. You can untuck the toes or keep them tucked, your choice. Try to square the hips as much as possible. Draw the navel up. Stay tall for a breath. Good. Then we are going to try and keep the left hand either on your left thigh or in front of you, next to that left knee. And I'm going to bend the right knee, bring the right arm back, like if I'm hitchhiking, and going to the inside of the foot, catching the foot to bring it in. Try to draw the navel up and over to the left and bring that right heel in. We try to keep the chest facing forward, but it's a challenge, okay? So approach it with love and kindness. And like I said before, if there's pain, discomfort is normal. But if there is something that doesn't feel right, you're possibly not applying Ahimsa. Like I said on the other side, if the elbow can go in there and hook, you can do that, not a must. One more breath. Then we slowly release. Good. From here, we lift again through the spine, and we'll give ourselves just a couple of breaths to firm the hips in and come towards the fold. Remember, we want to keep lengthening through the front of the spine. You can even use your hands like fists and put the forehead on top. Send the left hip crease back, extending through the right leg. Good, then slowly pressing back up. Good, now I'm going to let my body lean over to the left and bring that right leg over, okay? I'm crossing that right leg over to the left, then trying to find the most neutral seat that I can, right hand behind me. Good, let's open that left arm out. Inhale, exhale, bring that right knee in towards your chest. Draw the abdomen and the spine up, chest over to the right. And let's stay here for a few breaths, finding a peaceful place. One more. Good, then slowly returning, send that right leg back. Let's go back up, downward facing dog. Push through the sitting bones, let them widen. Try to ground through the heels. Good, then slowly walk back towards your feet. Open your toes to point out towards the sides and come towards a squat. You can keep your arms in front or palms together. Take a moment here. Relaxing through the hips, letting them become heavy. Perhaps pushing a little bit gently with the elbows into the inner legs. Drawing the spine up. Notice your breath and let it be instilled with the light of peace, kindness, compassion, and love. Good, then we slowly bring the hands behind. We're going to sit and extend the legs out to the sides. Good, in front, sorry, in front. Now what I want to show you is two different versions for the next thing that we are doing. So version number one, if the knees are sensitive or there's stuff going on that makes it hard to do the second version that I'm going to show, you're going to take the right foot inside the left thigh, like the tree pose, okay? If you are okay with heel or shin or calf, let's say, coming close to your hamstring, and then from there, putting that knee in front and sending the right foot back, then you do this one. For me, because of my injury in my ankle, that is hurtful, so I'm not going to do it on this side. I'll show you on the other side. I'm going to do version number one, which is the tree pose, okay? Then I'm going to sit tall here, draw the navel up, push through the left heel, and slowly we come over towards that fold, lengthening the front of the body and dropping over that extended leg. If you need a belt here, add it for your practice, or a scarf or a towel, and lengthen the heart away from your belly as you bring the torso down. Push through the center of your left heel, ground through the left thigh, and lengthen from there to help you with that fold. Boy, time goes fast. Let's slowly come back up and then bring that leg in and extend. If the leg was in this position, you want to hold it together and bring the knee forward and then extend that leg and shake it, okay? Second side, I'm going to bend the left knee. You know already, either version 1 with the tree pose. In this one, I'm going to show the second one. So I'm bending my left knee, keeping it together, the thigh and the calf muscle. And then from there, sitting tall, trying to ground myself through the sitting bones. Sometimes even moving the flesh of the right side helps with grounding the left side. And from there, lengthening, coming to the fold. Try to lift through the abdomen, lengthen the front, and then fold. 2 breaths here, time constriction. Good, and slowly returning, bring that leg again close to the end of your mat, shake them a little. Let's come onto our backs for a moment. Just feel your body lying down here with the feet on your mat, okay? Good, we did a lot of opening in the front of the body, so it should be safe and easier perhaps a little bit to go up into a back bend, because we did a lot of that. So if you want, you can take a bridge pose, or if you want to play with going into the full version of the Urdhva Dhanurasana or the wheel, you can play with that, okay? Pressing through the feet, moving the shoulder blades into one another, extending through the arms or pressing through the elbows. You can come up towards that bridge, activating the glutes, lacing fingers, and making sure that the base of your feet are super grounded, okay? If you want to take the other version, you can even go from the bridge pose, hands behind the shoulders, push, and you go a little further. Pressing through the feet, opening through the chest, releasing the neck. Pick the one that feels appropriate for you in this moment, okay? I'm going to possibly go over a few minutes. Take your time, don't rush. Notice how your breath is doing. And whenever you're ready and you come down, keep the feet wide and do a little bit of windshield wiper with your knees from side to side. Good. Then after that, bring both knees towards the chest and cross your right shin over the left. Catch your feet and bring them in towards your body. Ground through the back of your pelvis. You can also choose to rock a little bit from side to side if you want, or just stay there, recovering the breath. If you feel it's a little bit out of control or agitated, slow it down slowly by just observing it. Then switch sides, left shin on top, bring the feet towards you. Stay there or wiggle a little bit from side to side. Good, then slowly release. Put both your feet down on your mat. Shake a little bit if you need, or take a happy baby pose. And make your way into Shavasana. It can be, if you have the practice of sending your legs up a wall or a dresser or some furniture that you have, you can do that. Or just find the props that you need and you have at home to make your posture comfortable. An open heart guides us always towards Ahimsa. When we are challenged and we want to shut down, we still practice steadiness by remaining open, trying to never inflict pain and discerning pain from discomfort. Through our practice, we carve our intention of always remembering to move towards loving kindness.